Good morning. Today is April 22nd, Sunday, and we are in Moab, Utah, or right outside of it at least. Today I'm going to be hiking with Jackie and Juno, the Professor Creek Mary Jane Canyon Trail. For a full hike review, you can check the link below. So basically, this is a private ranch. You might be able to see some of the buildings and land that way. You drive in the doable dirt road here, good, well maintained, and then at the trailhead here, there's another trail over there, but you really want to go over here for the canyon, and you'll be able to see the trail right here starts and then it goes down and back. So basically what you're doing is following this little river right here into a canyon, and then it's going to end at a beautiful waterfall. So I'll be checking in along the way, but again, for a full hike review of Professor Creek Mary Jane Canyon, check the link below. So this is basically the creek you're going to follow here, and as you can see, it starts off pretty wide, small, and along the way here it's going to get wide, narrow, and you're probably going to get wet. So one of my tips for this would be definitely to bring waterproof shoes. If you have sandals that you want to hike in, that's fine. The other thing, and I'll show it once I get there, and it seems to be kind of a more popular thing here around Moab is poison ivy, and I've read reports about poison ivy along the trail, so definitely want to be conscious of that. Your dog, if you have one, obviously we have Juno today, they can't get poison ivy, but what happens is the oil rubs on their fur or their leash, their collar, their harness, and it stays there. So if you touch them, if someone else touches them, you touch someone else's dog that has the oil, you can still get it yourself. So keep that in mind. First of many river crossings today. So about 2.25 miles into the hike, and as you can see, we're starting to enter the canyon here. Walls are a little bit higher. We're still crossing the river at a pretty good clip, probably, 50 times by now. Most of them are easy crosses. We just have regular kind of water resistant, waterproof hiking boots on, and they seem to be doing the trick so far. Juno's having a ton of fun. Definitely a dog friendly hike, as long as your dog's cool with getting wet. Lots of distractions for them along the way, so just keep an eye on them. There's snakes in the area, lizards that they can eat. But yeah, it's pretty awesome so far. Alright, these are very small versions of it, but you can see there, poison ivy. Poison ivy. Poison ivy. And you can even tell, I don't know if the video will show it, but you can tell that it's an oily leaf. So it's a 3-leaf plant, and then there's the oil on there, and that's what gets on you, causes you to itch. Another example there. So we're about 2.8 miles into the hike right now, and that's where I'm first seeing it. I could have missed some earlier, but I've been keeping a pretty good eye out for it. So yeah, just keep an eye out for it. Personally, myself, I'm really allergic to it, so when I get it, it's not a fun time for me. I'll keep an eye out and put more information about the poison ivy in the full hike review, but so far just a little patch of it, about 2.8 miles in. So according to my watch, we're at 4.5 miles now. Juno's getting a drink. And the hike that I read online was supposed to be a 9-round trip, so we'll see how much farther we actually have to go. You know, I did have a couple of stream crossings that maybe weren't as necessary, and when I'm in this canyon, I'm not sure how accurate the GPS is, so we'll see how accurate it is. Every time I keep thinking I hear the waterfall, it ends up just being a rapid, so the sound in these canyons travels really odd, so hopefully soon. Okay, so out of the waterfall now. Hope you enjoyed it. It was really beautiful. Definitely bring some like sandals or just something that you can walk around in. Crocs, they're light, easy to carry. So you can actually go see the waterfall. Because if you're just wearing hiking boots, you can't really get a good angle of it. So I'll post some pictures on my Instagram and then as well in the full review. So it was about 5 miles. And again, give or take, you know, a quarter of a mile with that, because you are winding through the canyon. Your direct route is going to depend on how many times you cross over the, you know, the little stream, the river, but definitely dog friendly. I would say get here early. And another tip, if you're not used to hiking in Utah or in canyons in general, if there's any chance for rain or bad weather, don't do this hike, because when you're in this canyon, you're in a flash flood city, and if a flash flood comes, you do not want to be in this spot, because they can really be dangerous. As far as poison ivy goes, I did show you some along the way. If you do get it on you, the best advice, you know, if you have hand sanitizer with you, try to apply that to the area if you absolutely know you got it on a certain area, to kind of prevent spreading and decrease those oils. Otherwise, soap and water when you get out of here. Once you get it to a certain part of your skin, most likely you're going to get it there, but you really want to prevent it from spreading anywhere else. Keep in mind, you can get it on your clothes, you can get it on, again, dogs, you know, your shoes. So just be careful if you do think you passed through it, to just kind of wash things after you're done with the hike. So this is a really good hike. Probably of the 3 that we did in Moab this trip, this was definitely my favorite, even though it was longer. We are the only people in here, and just some really unique stuff versus what I'm used to in Colorado. A lot of canyon hiking, a lot of through the river with the waterfall at the end, which makes it all kind of worth it. For a full hike review of Professor Creek, which is this one right here, and Mary Jane Canyon, you can check the link below. Please subscribe to not miss any future hike reviews, and drop a comment below if you found this helpful. Thanks for watching.